Oh, wait a minute.
Let us not forget everything that happens. It's by the will of Allah. Holy will. It's time to unite and stand, and we will be the best amongst men. It's not time time to be extreme, or a duty unthinkable, but to stand together as one. Tune into Sunnah followers, streaming every day, various platforms. Trust me, you'll find a way. Sunnah followers. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Only way we'll make it is surrender. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. Only way we'll make it is surrender. Living in this dunya, to the believer, it's a prison. You just need to stay away. And you just need to stay away. Stay away today. There's a heavy price to pay. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Morning hands and feet get wet, my Lord. Get wet, get wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. Getting ready for our conversation, deep and in-depth. Obligations are serious and need to be met, so I prepare so I won't forget. Go ahead and make a good intention. Yeah, yeah. You can wrap up some good things. Yeah, make a donation to the side and go from left to make it right. Just remember and don't lose sight. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, is a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
In alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulallah. As you guys can see, Ramadan has ended. Everybody is celebrating the Eid. We got people still celebrating the Eid. And, my classes go on every day of the year, even on the day of the Eid. And I always have less people on that day because, it's understandable because people are celebrating, which they rightfully should. But my classes still have to go on because I have Muslims in different parts of the world joining. So, alhamdulillah, again, I want to congratulate everyone, on having completed this wonderful month of Ramadan, and we're now in the month of Shawwal. And before I start my lecture, let me go ahead and answer the question that I got from several of you, several of the new shahadas. And in fact, a brother is typing it now. Okay, I'm getting ready to answer that question now. I knew it. Okay. First of all, I want every Muslim listening to me to remember, that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam emphasized to us that no voluntary deed takes precedence over an obligatory one. What do I mean by that? You don't get more rewards doing what Allah didn't command you to do. I mean, just common sense. If you want reward, you want to earn the love of Allah, you have to do the things that He commanded you to do first and foremost. If you're not praying, if you're not wearing hijab, if you're not fulfilling all the obligations that Allah commanded us to do, then your charity, your voluntary deeds are of no avail. You have to fulfill the obligations first. So where am I going with this? Well, I'm answering the question. A lot of Muslims are asking me about fasting the 6 days of the month of Shawwal. First of all, again, you have to remember, you have to read, when you read those hadiths, you have to take the time and ponder what you're reading. Don't add to it and don't take away from it. First of all, what the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said is anyone who completes, that's the key word, completes. Anyone who completes, I repeat, anyone who completes the fast of Ramadan, and then, that's another key word, and then fast the 6 days of Shawwal. Okay, so those are the words that we guys don't key in on. Complete. You have to make up your days of Ramadan first. If you don't make up your days of Ramadan, any voluntary fast you do don't count. Because first of all, you're not obligated to fast the 6 days of Shawwal. I'm not fasting them at all. I'm just letting you guys know. I don't fast 6 days of Shawwal. In fact, I don't do no more fast for the year. Because fasting is hard for me. Because I have GERD. I have to drink something every hour. You know, if I go a certain amount of time, I'm going to back up. So I don't do that. So I don't fast. The only fast I do is Ramadan. So I'm saying that to say that first of all, any other fast is not even obligatory. You don't have to fast no other time. And where is my dalil? The hadith where one of the Bedouins, and in fact, he was from the Aus tribe, he converted to Islam. And he came to the Prophet and said, "O Prophet of Allah, tell me what is expected of me in regards to fasting. I understand that we have to fast. What do we have to do in regards to fasting?" The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the only fast that you have to do is the month of Ramadan. The man then asked him, are there any other fasts that I'm obligated to do? The Prophet said, no. If you want to do other voluntary fasts, all you have to do is fast the month of Ramadan. And what's the source? Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. So, I don't want you sisters to allow shaitan, because remember, Ramadan's over now. The big Ifrit have been released from their chains. Iblis is released from his chains. You have your personal jinn who never left you. You know, Shaitan is going to get to whispering to you, your personal jinn, because he's angry. He's angry at you because your fitra has been awakened. He's angry at you because you guys did good this Ramadan. You reaped a lot of blessings from Allah. So one of the traps that Shaitan does is he'll make us concentrate on doing actions that we don't have to do, so as to occupy our time, whereas we don't do what we are supposed to do. In other words, you will sit there and fast 6 days of Shawwal, and you know you got 10 days to make up from Ramadan. You haven't even completed. The Prophet said you have to complete your fast of Ramadan. You have to make those days up first. So there's the answer to the question that all of you are asking me. You know, if you have to first complete your fast of Ramadan, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and then after you make those days up, you can do 6 days of Shawwal, and they don't have to be consecutive. That's another question that the other, yes, brother, I can't read your name because it's so small, the type is in here. But the brothers asked me, do I have to do all 6 days back to back? No, you can do 1 a week or 2 here, 3 there, and you have the whole month of Shawwal. And I want you guys to also get ready to answer that too. To answer the next question, yes, no fast on this planet brings more reward than Ramadan. Again, the voluntary deeds do not outweigh the obligatory ones. What's the reward of Ramadan? Forgiveness of all your past sins. What's the reward of Shawwal? The next coming year's sins. I mean, come on, guys. Ramadan brings more reward than any other fast. Yeah, so complete your fast in Ramadan. And Sister Amina, what happened? You said that somebody was shooting at the Eid. This happens. Here we go. Philly. What's going on with the Muslims in Philadelphia? What happened for Kyra? They got shot outside the mosque today. What happened? Was it the Salafi mosque? Was it Germantown? Germantown's always in the news. It was Germantown. Germantown, that mosque on Germantown is always in the news with shooting. What mosque? Was it Germantown? For real? Oh, it's West Philly. It wasn't Germantown. What happened? Why were they shooting? Arguing over who gonna do the prayer? Oh, Sister Claire Muhammad's mosque. Not Germantown. Okay, good. Germantown, not this time. What happened? What were they shooting and fighting over? A space to pray? These are the signs of the last hour, guys. Here, Ramadan, it ain't even been a day, and Muslims fighting and shooting. What happened? That ain't the mosque you go to, is it? Subhanallah. Y'all see that? This is why Allah sends his punishment. Yeah, make sure you don't. Did somebody get killed? I mean, or did somebody die? Girl, y'all know Philadelphia has one of the highest crime rates in America. It's really sad. You know, they have the black on black crime rate in Philly. They say it's just off the hook. They say it's a dangerous place to live. They're one of the most dangerous places to live in America. Oh my God, 5 people were hurt. Racial? Oh, here we go. So it was the Kafirs shooting at the Muslims, huh? Upset because the Muslims doing their prayers. Is that what it was? That's what I'm saying. They say Philadelphia is one of the most dangerous cities in America, guys. The children got hurt too. Y'all see this? She said the children got hurt from the bullets. So it was probably racial. People attacking Muslims. That's what I'm saying, guys. The Muslims are suffering all over the world, not just Gaza. And one of the things that bothers me, and I spoke about the other day. I mean, as a daya, we daya have to get it together. These are for the people that call themselves people of the dawah. Don't tell people pray for the Muslims around the world, especially Gaza. Why is it especially Gaza? I would tell you to pray for all the Muslims in the world, especially Philadelphia. Y'all know me? Look, children got hurt here. People attacking the Muslims, racially motivated. Muslims outside trying to pray the Eid prayer. And here they got a drive-by shooting. Racial. America's the most racist country in the world. The most racist country in the world is America. And Muslims are under fire here. They're under fire here. So why would you tell the people to pray for all the Muslims, especially Gaza, or especially one place? We're all one nation. We're all being attacked in some type of way. This genocide is against all Muslims. Don't y'all know that? You daya have to think before y'all talk and type stuff. And it was a 15-year-old. Look at this, y'all. This is happening as I'm speaking right now. This is happening in Philadelphia, right here in America. Muslims under fire. Hello, genocide. Children shot. Performing the Eid prayer. Pray for all the Muslims on earth, period. The Prophet never said especially one group. He didn't say make dua for all the Muslims, especially my tribe, the Quraysh. The Prophet didn't say that. He said pray for all the Muslims on earth. We're one body. When one of us hurts, we all feel it. When one of us is under fire, all of us are. It was a 15-year-old doing the shooting. Can y'all see that the children are doing the shooting? The children are killing the Muslims here in racist America. We got to get it together. Okay, she said the cops shot him because he wouldn't put the gun down. Girl, this is right here, live as we speak, is going on in Philadelphia. Yeah, Philadelphia is one of the most dangerous cities, man. And they say Chicago too. I don't know what's going on with, we know what's going on, but Chicago and Philadelphia, the highest crime rates. Detroit too. Detroit, what is the world is just... May Allah make it easy for the parents and for the people who are the wounded. And may Allah keep us all strong and firm. And may we, as Muslims, overcome our racism too. Because even the Muslims, even we're racist. It's all about my tribe, my race, my country, my culture. Especially my race. Especially my culture. Take the word especially out in your statements, brothers. And I'm talking to the male daya. Take that especially out. People suffering. That's about as bad as the Muslims down there in Louisiana. Y'all remember during Ramadan, the second week of Ramadan, what happened to the Muslims in Louisiana? They put a sign, they in there buying their dates and stuff to prepare for Ramadan, and the store owner got a sign saying we still hang people here. You know, this is, we know America's going through it too. The Muslims everywhere in the world, not just Gaza. And one man's blue is another man's stripe. You know, ain't nobody's trial worse than the other ones. Death is death. I don't care if it's from a bomb, if somebody blew a bomb on you, or if somebody took a rifle and shot you. Death is death. Unjust murder is unjust murder. So take the word especially out of your vocabulary. That's something that the daya, the male daya, have to work on here. SubhanAllah. I don't hear nobody else speaking this way but me. And I'm a female. Nobody listens to this woman. We got to do something about that. We're going to have to work on that. These brothers got to get it together. Well, I'm glad that you weren't at the mosque, Amina. I'm glad that you weren't there and that your kids are safe and your family is safe. And may Allah accept all of our fasts and forgive us all of our sins. Ameen. Yeah. Yeah, some of the mosques here in America canceled the Eid. Y'all know about that. Some of the sisters here were complaining because some of the mosques canceled the Eid because of Gaza. You canceled the Eid celebration because of Gaza. What's going on in Gaza? I mean, come on. We're just twisted. All right, but let's just move on here. Okay, so this is the class. Ramadan's over, and we're back to our regular routine. This is our class, Diluting Wala wal Bara. Your fitra has been awakened. You guys are closer to Allah spiritually than you've ever been because Ramadan just ended. So the question that we left with yesterday, was, how do we maintain that closeness with Allah? How do we keep that relationship with Allah? How do we keep this spirituality going? How do we prevent ourselves from falling back to our evil ways, falling back to our smoking, falling back to our drinking, to our partying, to our sex, and not wearing a hijab? Well, that's what I'm going to speak about today. One of the things we can do to keep ourselves from falling back to how we were before Ramadan. So let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. Yeah, and just stay safe where you are, Sister Amina. Yeah, subhanAllah, one of my students, all that shooting and stuff, racist. America's very racist, man. People want to move here. When y'all think about moving to America, you better realize it's all about the Aryan race here. If you're not one of the Aryans, you ain't got nothing coming. Okay? Seriously. Okay, so make sure you guys put me on the big screen TV so the children can see. And let me, yeah. Okay, yeah, inshallah, I'll make it so you guys, okay. And I'm going to make my screen larger so everybody can see. Okay, let me start with the Zoom people first. It's really sad. I didn't even know that was going on. But, you know, she said it's on the news now. SubhanAllah. Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia. SubhanAllah. Okay, let's put the PowerPoint up here. Inshallah, I'm going to share it. There you go. Make the screen larger. Okay, so today we'll be covering pages 129, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to post the pages. Oh, hold on for 1 second, guys. I think I have to take this. Hold on. Hello? 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 Wait a minute, hold on. Hello? I can't hear you. Go. Who is this? Okay, I don't know what this is. Just hang it up. Okay, I thought it was somebody else. Okay, you guys can hear me, right? Can y'all hear me, Amina? Because I had to take that call. I don't want to mess up my computer. Okay, so hopefully somebody can hear me. Okay, so here you guys. Okay, good. Thanks. So today, what I'm going to do is post up every day. The pages. We're doing pages 129 through 131, and today we're going to speak about humility. Because one of the ways to maintain that spirituality that we have and that our closeness that we have right now with Allah is by developing humility and submission towards Him. So let's take a look at it. One of the best ways to bring Allah's love into our life is by acknowledging our limited abilities. And we spoke about this during the month of Ramadan. When we look at ourselves and realize that we really are limited in our abilities. Allah is the one that provides for us. He's the provider. He's a maintainer. Like we talked about during Ramadan, I can't make it rain. You can't make it rain. If Allah didn't send the rain, then the crops would not grow. And if the crops did not grow, we wouldn't have food. So we learned that we as human beings are limited in our abilities. And because of that, we have to have humility before Allah. Does everybody understand that? And this is something that we worked on during Ramadan. We talked about how, in fact, the first week of Ramadan, we spoke about how we need to change our character to that which is pleasing to Allah. We did a lot of self-evaluation. We talked about how if you see that you have arrogance about you, then you need to try to get rid of it and replace it with humility. Because humility will cause us to recognize our limited abilities. And humility will cause us to understand that Allah is who He said He is. And once we understand that Allah is in control, that He's the power, that His knowledge supersedes everything, that's when we begin to appreciate what we have. And we talked about that during Ramadan, how to show thankfulness towards Allah. Instead of us looking at the negativity in life, instead of us focusing on the bad things, we need to take a good hard look at the good things that's happening with us. And then be thankful to Allah and show appreciation to Him. We talked about how, when something good happens, we should prostrate and thank Allah and remember all the other good things He's given us. So again, humility causes us to realize that we are not in control. Allah is the one that's in control. And also, even with what's going on in the world today, a lot of Muslims still are freaking out about Gaza. They're freaking out to the point where they're questioning their faith. They've reverted back to tribalism, to racism and all of that. These are people who lack humility. Because if you had humility, you would know that Allah is in control. Nothing good happens, nor does anything bad happens unless Allah wills it. He's the one that brought this war on. He's the one that said, I want to bring war, and He brought it. Okay? Also, humility will cause us to realize and recognize that our existence depends solely on Allah. In other words, not only can no one harm us unless Allah allows it, but nothing will benefit us either unless Allah allows it. And I spoke about that with you guys the last week of Ramadan. How even with what's going on in the world now with this war in Gaza, if all the countries in the world were to band together to stop it, they wouldn't be able to stop anything unless Allah willed it. So embracing humility causes us to recognize that our existence depends entirely on Allah's will. And once we realize that, this will humble our hearts and cause us to submit to and accept his decree. Why are the Muslims acting crazy? Why is it that we have a lot of masajids here in America? And by the way, I hope you male Daya speak out about this, because they don't listen to me. I'm a woman. You famous personalities in America, y'all need to address this in your khutbahs. We have a lot of masajids who have canceled the Eid. They did the Eid, they did the prayer, but they canceled the celebration because of what's happening in Gaza. You know, these are people who are not humble. These are people who have not yet accepted the reality that Allah is in control. And because they haven't accepted that, they can't submit and accept what's going on. Okay, so Muslims today in general, you look at most of the Muslims today, they lack humility. And with these people that lack humility, you will notice that they're arrogant too. What does that mean? If you go to correct them, if you go to tell them, brother, why would you cancel the Eid because of Gaza? They get arrogant. They think they know it all. They become prideful. Okay? So until we embrace humility, we will never let go of our arrogance. We'll never let go of our pride. And in turn, we'll never surrender to Allah's wisdom. And we will never surrender to his decree. We will never accept that he's the one that makes the plan. He's the master planner. So again, guys, Ramadan has ended, but you working towards the goal of paradise, your journey towards paradise should be beginning. And you want to start that journey off by making yourself more humble. We all can eat some humble pie. Humble ourselves. The more humble we become, then we'll be able to accept the decree of Allah. We'll be able to handle what's going on in the world better. Everybody understand what I'm saying here? I hope so. Humility deepens our love for Allah. Humility fosters a genuine sense of awe and reverence to him. Humility will cause you to fear the people less and instead to only fear Allah. Humility will cause you to trust in Allah and not trust in the people. And doing all of this will cause our hearts to become filled with respect for Allah. And once we have that respect for Allah that we should give to him, then we'll do everything in our power to seek his pleasure and obey him. That's one of the questions that one of you sisters asked. Why do people deliberately disobey Allah? Because they have no fear of his punishment. And why is it that they have no fear of his punishment? It's because they lack humility. And not only will humility better your relationship with Allah, but it will also better your relationship with the people too. Humility will inspire you to treat everyone with kindness, to treat everyone with respect and fairness, regardless of their race, regardless of their social status or background. These brothers who are putting out all this Ramadan Mubarak and saying, pray for all the Muslims, especially Gaza. They don't have the humility. So because they lack humility, this is why they're showing disparate treatment. They're totally disregarding the Muslims suffering in Africa, who've been suffering for decades. They're disregarding the Muslims in China, the Muslims in Pakistan and India, the Muslims right here in America who were shot outside their mosque today doing their Eid prayer. The brothers who put those memos out, especially one group of people, these are people who have no humility. So they're showing disparate treatment. You're being unfair to the rest of the Muslim nation. You're only showing concern. You're only showing allegiance. You're only showing support for one part of the world. That is not Islam, guys. That is not Islam. So, without humility, our relationships with each other becomes twisted, where we resort to racism, disparate treatment, and the likes. Okay? So that brings us to the question. If I'm one of those Muslims, I look at myself, because again, we're still doing self-evaluation. I look at myself and see, well, wow, I'm one of those people. I don't care about Africa. I don't care what happened in Philadelphia today. I don't care about no Muslims. All I'm concerned with is Gaza. So you realize that you are one of those type of people. You will ask yourself, well, what can I do to change this? Because remember, we talked about how Allah will never change the condition of a person until you take the steps to change yourself. You want to live better. You want to have allegiance to all Muslims, regardless of race, regardless of color, regardless of country, regardless of flags. That's why y'all better throw them flags away. So what can I do to change this about myself? Well, again, like we talked about during Ramadan, you need to engage in self-reflection. Self-reflection helps us to develop humility by regularly reminding ourselves of how great Allah is and how He's the one that provides and maintains, how He is in control of everything. This will keep our ego in check. This will prevent us from becoming arrogant. So, self-evaluation is the first step to developing humility. The second step in developing humility would be to seek the proper knowledge of this religion. Remember, Islam is only based on two sources, the Quran and the authentic Hadith. Okay? We need to stick to those two sources. And if something is confusing, we should look to see what the companions understood it to be. Look to follow the companions' understanding. Because Allah says no one understood this religion better than those companions. And even amongst them, there's a hierarchy. You don't jump to Hassan al-Basri. Hassan al-Basri was one of the later generations. You start at the top with Abu Bakr, with Umar, with Ibn Abbas and those companions. You guys understand that? Because Ibn Abbas, Abu Bakr, Ibn Umar, they out-trump Hassan al-Basri. Because Hassan al-Basri never knew the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, never saw him, never met him. So there's an hierarchy to follow even with them. So seeking the correct knowledge and wisdom from the Quran and the Hadith becomes the second means of developing humility. And what's the third way to develop it? Well, through your prayers, through your supplications. Because by worshiping Allah, talking to him, calling upon him, this becomes this will cause you to show humility before him, because you realize that Allah is the only one that can answer your calls, not any human being. And this will cause you to submit to Allah. Everybody understand that? So for those of you who are lacking humility, I want y'all to get busy with it. First of all, do self-reflection. Remind yourself that you're not in control of what's happening to you. Allah is the one that sends it to us. He'll throw you a curveball sometimes, and then it'll be a straight ball others. But reminding yourselves on a regular basis that Allah is the greatest and not you, this will keep your ego in check. And then you want to continue to come to these classes, and you want to continue to do the good deeds that you were doing all Ramadan. Okay? And one of the good things, the good deeds that many of you got into the habit of doing was going to the mosque to pray behind the imam at night, the Taraweeh. Well, one of the best things you can do to develop humility before your Lord and to also keep that relationship with him strong is to continue doing the night prayer. To pray it during the last third of the night. Because by engaging in the night prayers and reading the Quran alone by yourself, this helps to, again, reaffirm your belief in Allah and your purpose and your allegiance to him. Okay? The voluntary night prayer holds a lot of spiritual significance. So you want to perform the night prayer during the last third of the night, and also, afterwards, take a few minutes, about 10 minutes, to read at least one paragraph of the Quran. And with whatever paragraph you're reading, ponder the meaning of it. Okay? This will cause your heart to stay soft, and that tranquilness will keep your relationship with Allah intact. Okay? And I want to talk again about reading the Quran. And we spoke about this during Ramadan, but I can never overemphasize it. Whenever we read the Quran, we do it thinking about what we're saying. You want to understand the meaning of what you're saying. And then after you understand what Allah is saying, you want to apply it to your personal life. So your recitation should be accompanied by a sincere, genuine desire for forgiveness from Allah and for closeness to him. So I want you guys to keep that in mind during the last third of the night when you're talking to your Lord. And again, you should do it. Make sure the kids are in the bed asleep. Spending time alone reciting the Quran, during the last third of the night is when Allah comes down to the lowest sky. And he asks, who is there who is in need of something from me? So again, you want to keep the habit of praying the night prayer, but instead of praying it in the beginning of the night, because that's what Taraweeh refers to, the beginning of the night. Instead of praying it during the beginning of the night, you want to pray it during the last third of the night. The last third of the night is right before Fajr. Okay? And again, you can adjust your sleeping habits, your sleeping patterns to do this. Okay? So now, let's see how well you all were paying attention. Quiz time. Oh, yeah. I got several questions to see how well you guys were paying attention to me. Let's look at the first question. We will never realize our limitations as humans unless we do which of the following? Is it understand and accept that Allah is greater than us? Or is the answer perform 5 of the daily prayers? Or is the answer to fast on a regular basis? Or is the answer to control our tongues? To answer. Which answer is correct? Come on, don't make me call on you guys. We will never realize our limitations unless we understand and accept that Allah is greater than us, or unless we perform all 5 of the prayers, or unless we fast on a regular basis, or unless we control our tongues, or is it all of the above? What do you guys think? Fatma, can you see on YouTube? Are there any answers there? Because I can't see with the screen up. Any answers?
I would say all of the above. I'm sorry, I just got in here.
Okay, Anissa said all of the above. You guys agree with her answer or disagree? Anybody disagrees?
On YouTube, Sakina said the first one.
Okay, Sakina said the first one, which is understand and accept that Allah is greater than us. And Anissa said all of the above. Who's correct, guys? Who do you guys think is correct?
Understanding and accepting Allah's greatness.
And for me, the first one, understand and accept that Allah is greater than us.
Mashallah, you guys are correct. Anissa, unfortunately, was wrong. Good job.
Okay, no problem.
That's okay. Good job. We will never realize our limitations until we understand and accept that Allah is greater than us. You can pray all 5 pray. Look how many Muslims pray every day, but they still don't realize that they're limited in some things. Look how many Muslims fast on a regular basis, but they still don't realize that they have limitations, that they can't do everything. Look how many Muslims don't even have a tongue, but they still got arrogance. So good job. The correct answer is the first one. Understand and accept that Allah is greater than us. Good job.
Don't y'all take too long to answer the questions too.
Thank you, Anissa.
Got me running up in here saying the wrong thing.
That's okay. Good. Thank you. Okay, look at the second question. Humbling ourselves causes us to do which of the following? Humbling ourselves causes us to realize that we need Allah. Or humbling ourselves causes us to submit to Allah's decree. Or humbling ourselves causes us to let go of arrogance. Or is it all of the above or none of the above? What do you guys think?
All of the above.
Anybody disagree? Mashallah, good job. That's the correct answer, all of the above. Once we humble ourselves, you will realize that you need Allah in your life. That's the problem with Kanye West. Everybody's talking about Kanye West. I think he's got some developmental. I think he's mentally ill myself. I think he might be schizophrenic, to be honest. But why does he think that he's a god? Why does he say the things he says? I mean, he's not humble. He's arrogant. He doesn't believe in Allah. And again, why is it that so many Muslims today are freaking out about Gaza? Why is it that we're pointing the fingers and blaming everyone, including the Muslim countries, when you need to realize that Allah is in control? These are people that don't have humility. If you don't have humility, you'll never submit to Allah's decree. And these same people can't let go of their arrogance. So, mashallah, humbleness, humility will cause you to realize that you are in need of Allah, and it will cause you to submit to His decree and let go of that ignorance, arrogance, and ignorance too. Good job. What about this? This is the last question. What are some things? What are some things that we can do to develop humility before Allah? What are some things that we can do? If you realize that you are a person that is lacking in humbleness, you're lacking in humility, what are some things you can do to develop it, to change that? Who can remember? What are some things you can do that can cause you to become more humble before Allah?
Treating people with kindness and fairness, and also self-reflecting, and on ourselves.
MashaAllah. Self-reflection. Good job. What else? And kindness. Go ahead, Anissa.
That's what I was going to say. We have to know who we are and know that we are not who we think we are.
Good job.
There's Allah, a God above us.
Good job. That's another answer. Great. Good job. What else? You guys are on the ball today. Any other answers? Good job. Y'all really gave them.
You can also pray on the last third of the night.
Oh, good. Yeah, exactly. Humbling yourself before Allah. Talking to Him during the last third. What else? Good job.
Sakina says prayer, reflection on the Quran.
Exactly. Reading the Quran, reading what Allah says to us in the Quran, and pondering, reflecting on what He says. MashaAllah, you guys did good on this quiz today. So, alhamdulillah, that's what I wanted to speak about today. I wanted to cover those 2 pages. Tomorrow, we'll pick up with the next 2 pages. So make sure you guys, read the book. So again, this is why I was telling you new shahadas and new Muslims to stick with me. Ramadan has ended, but my classes have not. And I'm going to, inshallah, if you come here every day, I'm going to help keep you on your journey towards strengthening and bettering your relationship with Allah. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments? Questions or comments? Yes, the 9 o'clock class. We don't have 11 o'clock. We're back to the 9 o'clock. The 9 o'clock class, I posted up the pages from the book Articles of Belief for you guys too. Yeah, we're gonna cut. And did I do the PowerPoint? I can't remember. But if I didn't, I'll do it. So don't worry about it. Long as I don't fall asleep. Yeah, I'm getting ready to drink something now. I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's normal. One of the new shahadas was telling me, Layla, I keep forgetting that I'm not fasting. Me too. That's why I'm saying, like, why am I putting myself? I'm not fasting. I can make me some tea. I'm not going to make any coffee because the coffee is going to do this to me. It's going to make my anxiety go, whoa, 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 whoa. But I can make me some tea to calm my anxiety. And by the way, I got some red lobster in there. Oh, yeah. By the way, Tiba, lobster fast. I got me 2 main lobster tails in there. What's my dinner today? 2 lobster tails and baked potato and salad. That's my Ramadan meal.
Alhamdulillah. That sounds good.
Remember we used to go there when we were younger? We go to me, you, and Aisha, we go to Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And Aisha was the one that taught me how to eat crab.
Properly.
Because I was like 16, y'all. I was a kid. I'm 16. We were all married young. I'm like, I remember we ordered some crab legs, and I said, what am I supposed to do with this? Aisha said, Layla, watch me. You take these things here and you clip them that way. I was like, I can't eat this. And I was biting the shell. And then when I finally got that first taste of meat, remember the teeth, I said, oh my God, this is good. Because that was the first time I'd had crab. And the teeth, you was just going to town. Yeah, Layla, yeah. And I was like, this is good. Remember that?
You remind me of things I forgot.
Yeah, wasn't that on that was out near Warrensville, wasn't it?
I want to say, yeah, somewhere out there.
And all them stores have closed down now. Ain't that sad? I drive down up Northfield and don't even look the same. Randall Mall is gone, and the hotels, the little Denny's. Remember our little Denny's spot? Oh, that's gone.
I didn't even think about Denny's.
The Pancake House. Remember the Pancake House? All them stores is gone up there now.
Country Kitchen.
Oh God, yes, it's gone. They still.
That was on Emory.
Yep. They're all, and Emory don't look, all those stores are gone too. Prestige, where I used to go, the little Jewish store, the kosher store, they had the best fish sandwiches. Oh my God, I would go and get me a Prestige fish sandwich. Those stores are all gone. Yeah, guys, but that's what I'm having there. I got 2 main lobster tails in there, and baked potato and a house salad. Yeah, that's my dinner today, inshallah. Yeah. Yeah, any other questions? Yes, make sure you guys get the books. I'm going to put the rest of the schedule together. You know, I know Jamali and them are imams, you know, they doing their Eid celebration. But I'm going to text Jamali later for his classes, and I'll text Dr. Ali and Mukhtar. I'm trying to give them all a day. You know, I don't have a day off. My dawah is every day of the week. But I'm trying to let the brothers do their thing, and then I'll hook up with them tomorrow about their stuff. Okay, Sister Janelle said, Sister Layla, I wanted to tell you that I think that you are a great Ustadah. I see a lot of people trying to copy you. Oh, really? MashaAllah. Well, you know, let's talk about that for a minute. And this is for all the young girls, the kids here. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you should be distinct. You want to stand out over everyone else. Okay? Allah says race and compete to be the first and the best in doing good deeds. So alhamdulillah, that's how I was raised. That's how Mukhtar was raised. We were raised as kids, you know, to be the best and to be different, to be distinct. I don't dress like other people. I never have. I always dress differently. I look differently. I behave differently. I'm unique. That's why I get angry if anybody tries to compare me. Ain't no comparison. There's only one Layla.
And Lord have mercy, that's the truth.
I've always been that way. Don't compare me. There's only one Laila Nasheeba, and this is it. I ain't like no other woman. I'm different. Different than other women. I've always said that. But alhamdulillah, Sister Janelle, you know, I want to let you know too, I see the growth. You are new Shahada, and my God, you've come a long way in this little month of Ramadan in your understanding of this religion. You know, I am so proud of you, and I want you to continue, Janelle, to come here to learn so you can continue to grow, and you can be like my other students in here, tough, man. My students are some downright tough women that know how to handle. They're tested and they handle their trials with such dignity. All of them do. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I'm proud of y'all, all of you. Yeah, she said she see the people trying to copy me. Yeah, they copied me with their voice, their websites. I was the first voice chat. 1986. Voice chat was invented on Laila Nasheeba's website. You know, everybody tried to copy me then, but that's okay. That's good that they tried. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Yes, like I said, I'm gonna contact the brothers on Twitch. Y'all like Mukhtar's classes. I know. After the day, I'll probably send him a text message tonight and ask him, about when he want to resume them. I know you brothers are waiting on the Caliphate of Umar and stuff too. Yeah, he finished Abu Bakr. So I know you brothers want to hear about what happened with Umar radiallahu anha and Uthman and all of that. Yeah, inshallah. I'll let you guys know. My Heroines of Islam. I basically completed my heroines of. I talked about so many women, and though I covered all the most important ones. So no, I finished that series, but I'm gonna be doing Sheikh Atli's book. That's why I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time to get that book, Prohibited Imitations. I'll be teaching that, and you guys are gonna enjoy that. Yes, inshallah. Yes, the kids class. The kids class will resume Saturday. This Saturday. Yeah, because I couldn't wake up for them, all that streaming. But now that Ramadan's over, I can drink coffee and stay awake. No, the prohibited, let me give y'all a copy. All of Sheikh Atli's books are on his website. Let me put it up here so you can see. Didn't I make a tab, y'all, for that? I know I got a tab on here somewhere. Here it is. This is the list of his books. But his books you can get at www.atlionline.com. You want to get Prohibited Imitations. Also, the Articles of Belief. That's what I'm teaching now. And Not of Us. All of Sheikh Atli's books can be purchased by going to atlionline.com. The books don't cost much. They're like $5 or $7. You also want to get the book for the kids, Dunya by Daryl Kirk. That's at Amazon. Dunya is on Amazon, and also Kareem Abu Zaid's book, Diluting Wala wa Bara. That's on Amazon too. So the other two brothers, their books are on Amazon. Sheikh Atli's is on his website. Yeah, everybody got it. Yeah, you can write those names down.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Laila.
Wa alaikum salam.
What time is the kids' class?
The kids' class is at what is it? 2 o'clock? It's at 2. Yeah, 2 p.m. on Saturdays.
And then Sister, they instead of them just coming and saying assalamu alaikum to you, they're trying to come up with some crazy questions over here. We're about to have me sitting in the corner in timeout. I told them, no, I don't think so. Just come and say hi.
Oh, subhanallah, mashallah. Yeah, they said. Assalamu alaikum, y'all. Did y'all get some sleep last night? You guys hung out at my house till almost 3 in the morning. Yeah,
by the way.
Stretching, and my neck was in so much pain.
Girl, they stayed over my house, Atifa, because Jayla was here. They were here. They were here playing with Jayla, girl, till 3 in the morning.
Oh wow! Yeah. I saw you being a grandma holding that little chumpy chump baby.
Girl, she's a doll. You got to get over there and see her, Tiba. Mm-hmm. And Aisha eat her up. Yeah.
Yes. That's all Aisha was doing at the mosque today, running after the babies. I had to make her come on.
That's her thing. She's always been good with the kids. Always. Yeah, I had a good time. They came over and the food was so good that she made some pinto beans and with the meat in it, and and the rice. Jayla brought that. That food is gone. Jayla them said they ate it up. I knew the little boys ate it up too.
Oh yep. Wow, that sounds so good. Mm-hmm.
But her little girl, they had a good time here with Jayla yesterday.
So like the sister can cook.
She needs to have a restaurant, man. They need to open up a restaurant.
I do try a little bit.
Alhamdulillah. Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff. Good food.
Shanika ain't cooking. I know how, but I ain't cooking.
MashaAllah.
She know how to cook, so I hanged up my apron.
Yeah, well, you taught her well. Subhanallah, mashallah. Yeah, okay, yes, yes. So 9 o'clock. Yeah, don't forget, guys, all the classes has went back to their regular time because I got to get off this. Y'all messed me up this Ramadan. Now, look at me. I haven't slept. I didn't sleep at all because I'm so wired up. I was up all night. I haven't had not a wink of sleep. Every time I try to go to sleep, I jump back up because I can't do it. I can't sleep. I'm done. This is how I used to feel.
I see it in your face. I see it in your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how I used to be, and I used to work all that overtime at work. It would be out. My body would be so messed up. It would take me 3 or 4 days to just fall out. I can't. I mean, I'm just wired. So that's why I say I had to put them classes back to 6 and 9. Yeah, my body is like, whoa. But I went out the house today. I did. I got in my little SUV and drove and checked my mail and stuff.
Well, you know, I ran into the Samads at the Eid, of course.
I saw the picture of you and Ayubi. You look like you was crying. Were you crying, T?
I just was so happy. Do you know the last time Ayub and I did an Eid prayer
together? That's what
together?
I'm saying. I could see it in your face. My mother even said it. She said, "That's Ayub. He looked just like Abid." I said, "Yeah, they look just like his father." He's tall too.
Well, you know, compared to me, anybody tall. With
but he's tall anyway.
And I look like my granny on that picture.
You did kind of look like Granny, didn't you? You know, not in a bad way though. I'm just saying, but you remind me of Granny, yeah. But yeah, so you saw Aisha there. I see that Aisha had the food at her house too. IRM put the pictures up.
They did a breakfast.
Yeah, it looked good, girl. I wouldn't have been able to eat none of that stuff though. SubhanAllah.
I should have went over there, but I had to come back and try to catch up with Aaliyah, and I still missed her. Yeah, I saw that food. I said, "Now that's the type of food I used to love to eat." But talking about a light breakfast.
Yes, I saw that. Ain't nothing light about that. That was a lot of food, and I wouldn't have been able to eat any of it because I can't eat, you know, the fat and none of that, the bread. But and what lays me out is I don't know what they do, but their pancakes taste so good that you don't even put syrup on them. Oh, God. You know what? Aisha and them, she could always make pancakes like that, girl. She showed me how to do it. I can make a pretty good pancake, but it don't taste like hers. Yeah, now my Imani, she can make them taste that good. She can, because Aisha showed me how to do it when I was around 16. I can make some flapjacks, but they don't taste like hers. But they come out pretty and stuff. Yeah. But they just don't have that. Nobody can make them taste like hers. Right, right. Yeah, subhanallah. Yeah. Yep. So, well, I'm glad you went to the Eid. I was glad to see that you. The best Eids I had in I don't know how long. Yeah, this was a good Ramadan for me. And I made it all the way through. Yes, yes. And that's what I was like. Well, subhanallah. You know, not that I anticipated I wasn't going to be able to do it, but you know, last time I think I missed a day or something. But, yeah. They had the mosque down the street from me. They had theirs outside, and I did drive. You know, my anxiety. I cannot go by myself anywhere. I did drive past there. I was gonna say I was dressed in what I got on. I'm gonna go on and try to do the prayer because they outside. But girl, I drove in, went all the way around, and drove out. I couldn't do it. I said I don't know none of these people. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with you Monday. Yeah, I cannot go any place by myself. Inshallah. Like that. I don't know anybody yet. Yeah, because what is it? Eid Adha? Yeah, Eid Adha. Is in what, June this year? Yeah, inshallah. And they got all that land. They had it out. It was just beautiful, all those Muslims. But and you know it's all gonna be outside in June. Oh yeah. Yeah. I said, but my anxiety. I can't go at any place by myself. I don't know anybody. I get nervous and panicky, especially when they start calling out your name. That happens to me a lot. You know, every time I go somewhere around Muslims, like when we went to that care thing, Layla, you know I freak out. You know, yeah, it causes me to freak out. I get nervous. I just think some crazy stuff, and I just get
well, don't own it. Don't own it.
That's why I just drove. I said, but one day maybe somebody go in the mosque with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe inshallah we'll make a plan to go together for it.
Yeah, because Aisha said that's a nice mosque. Aisha, I keep trying to tell her to come take me because Aisha says the mosque is beautiful on the inside. You know, everybody knows her.
Oh yeah. I'm standing with her and she getting hugs and salams and Eid Mubaraks, And the only other person that I knew there was Kareem's wife, her son, because she went to school with Sakina.
Oh, okay. Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Well, Kareem, him also, but she knew her because of that. So it was a beautiful day. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah.
No, Hassan was there, Khalil was there.
Oh, that was nice. They all got to see each other and all that.
Well, he didn't get a chance to see Khalil.
Oh. And you felt good going to the Eid too and everything. It made him, he felt good too.
And he brought a new convert with him. It was a brother that a friend of his, he took him to the mosque to do his Kalima Shahada about 3 days into Ramadan.
Oh, subhanallah.
So I'm like, alhamdulillah, maybe that's blessings for him.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So alhamdulillah. I said, so now he has a look from friends that he possibly can.
That's why I was just thinking. He got somebody he can hang out with. Subhanallah.
Yeah, and he said, and I was so glad to hear it. He was like, because I said, now as you all are getting more to your deen, you're gonna notice your friends are starting to, come away from me. He was like, yeah, I started to know some of my buddies don't even kick it with me no more. I'm like, oh, so okay, Allah got this. Allah got this.
I was shocked to see your comment. You back Muslim?
Who said that?
Oh, I think it was Belinda.
Oh yeah, Belinda. Yeah.
Oh, you back Muslim now? I thought that was cute. Yeah.
She forgot that I came to her birthday party.
Yeah, I remember you was Muslim then too.
And I have came back. I was fully covered and everything.
Yeah, super.
That was before I know about don't celebrate the birthdays.
Yeah. Oh, but for those of you, we still logged on. Let me log off of here. I'm logging back in at 9 o'clock, guys, for the next class.
Running our mouth.
Girl, that's why I said I forgot. I'm sitting there looking at the camera. Subhanakala huma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha